Tonight from NRG Stadium, it's the Manville Mavericks trying to set up a rematch from last year as they would take on Katy with a win tonight. Meanwhile, the Strake Jesuit Crusaders try to shake things up in the Houston playoff bracket. So everybody from NRG Stadium in Houston alongside Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Branham. Welcome you to the broadcast and thanking you for making us your evening's entertainment. So the Manville Mavericks 10-2 on the season. They finished district play at 7-1. Did not win their district as they lost the final game of the regular season to Pearland 27-24. Meanwhile, Strake Jesuit, as deep as they've ever been in the playoffs at 8-4, they would finish 19-6A at 5-2. They have wins over Reagan and Side Creek to make it to the third round for the first time in school history. And Derek, you have this big, bad, high-powered Manville offense, one of the best teams in the state throughout the whole season. They have De'Ara King, one of the highest-known quarterbacks in the state. They have a running back that's going to Ole Miss. And then across the way, you have the Strake Jesuit Crusaders, a small private school. How in the world can the Crusaders do it tonight?
On paper, you look at it, you say, Manville, my goodness, they have offense up and down, defense is flying around. But you also look over at Strake Jesuit, you think small school, but they do play in Katy. They do play 19-6A. They've had some success. They've played against the big Katy Tigers, so they've been on the stage before. They played against the Cinco Ranches, the 7 Lakes of Katy, so they are familiar with the big stage. Those games could help them big time tonight in a game with a matchup against a team like Manville.
And you take a look at their offense, and we'll get to the keys in just a second. Zach Zuby, it all starts with him, the big quarterback, 6'5" in that pocket. He's thrown for over 2,500 yards, 30 touchdowns coming into tonight's game. And I guess that's one way to try to shake things up a little bit, try to beat them through the air. Maybe you can expose some of the Maverick defense by throwing the ball around. Yeah,
they've been consistent all season long, not just one receiver. They have 4 different receivers that they like to throw to. You have Charbonnet and Mistravik. Both of those guys have caught over 30 passes. They've both caught over 700 yards, and they've both scored over 5 times. So they have some matchups that they can possibly expose against the Manville Mavericks, give them an opportunity to stay in this game. And don't forget, they also do have a rushing attack. They do have a 13-yard, 100-yard rusher as well. So don't count out the Strake Jesuit team at all.
The Manville Mavericks 10-2 record. Last season they went 14-1. Their only loss was to Katy. They lost 45-17 in the regional finals. A win today over Strake Jesuit. It sets them up in the rematch with Katy in the regional finals. And you know they want to atone from that loss from last season. They can't overlook Strake Jesuit, but I think it was a good thing that this team lost in the final week of the regular season to Pearland 27-24. Since then, wins over Channelview 71-21, a win over Clear Creek last week 70-56. It was a close game. Clear Creek scored late to make it a little closer in that fourth quarter. But it seems like that loss in the final week of the regular season said, maybe we're not as good as we think. Maybe we do have to put the foot on the gas a little more than we have been.
Yeah, and when you're a team, you hate to lose any kind of games, but sometimes you can learn lessons from losing. I mean, you roll through the season, you don't lose any games, you don't have that adversity. You don't have a situation where guys have to look each other in the eye and say, hey, do we really want the same kind of things? But when you have a loss like that, it kind of brings everybody together. It can do 2 things. It can bring everybody together, or it could pull everybody apart. But in the Mansville's case, it seems like it's brought everybody together. That's perfect timing to give them an opportunity to come in the playoffs and hopefully have a successful run.
Manville, who runs through their helmet right now to our right, goes to the old classic paper sign, and on that paper sign it said, be thankful you made it this far. Certainly that's a message to the Crusaders. And let's take a look at now at our keys to the game. We start with the Crusaders. Nobody's giving them much of a chance. How do they do it? What are some of the keys for the Crusaders tonight?
What they need to do first off and foremost is get Zach Zubia going early. He's an outstanding quarterback. He's thrown, like I said, for over 2,000 yards. I mean, he's got a lot of receivers he can get to, so they need to come out with that quick game, kind of get their receivers involved. I talked about some of that a little bit earlier. Get those receivers involved, kind of get some type of rhythm. They also need to find a groove for Reese, their running back, 1,300-yard rusher, has had some success with that. Take some shots deep early. I mean, kind of push Manville back a little bit. Let them know, hey, I'm not afraid of you just because you guys are one of the top teams in the state. They need to play with emotion on both sides of the ball. Don't let Manville intimidate them before the game. There's a huge crowd tonight here to watch this game, is deservedly so, in the big NRG stadium. So they need to make sure that they don't let those emotions kind of take care of them. Don't get discouraged too early if there's big plays from Manville. Expect big plays. The team scores 70 points a game almost, it seems like. So don't get discouraged, and then don't let the mistakes kind of get you. So make sure you limit those mental mistakes.
Let's flip it to the other side real quick before the anthem. Mavericks, keys for Manville tonight.
They need to establish the run early and often. Of course, De'Ara he's big time at the quarterback position. You got Pinman at the running back position. They need to impose their will early and the experience that they have. They've been here before. This is not new to them. Crank up the defense, fly around, take some deep shots as well, kind of try to intimidate Strake if you can, and don't let up. I mean, it's easy to get a lead, touchdown two. You kind of let up a little bit saying, hey, this is what we expect to do. Don't let up because Strake Jesuit, they're not going anywhere if you keep them close.
Will the outmatched, undermanned private school Strake Jesuit pull the upset, or the Mavericks be the big bad kid on the block? We'll see when we come back. Strake Jesuit Manville after the anthem. This is high school football, the Texas High School Playoffs on Texan Live. Back at NRG Stadium alongside Derek Jones, I'm Jeremy Branham getting set for the Strake Jesuit Crusaders and the Manville Mavericks going over the coin toss now. The captains for both teams, we start with the designated visiting team. The Crusaders led out there by Camden Andarcio, Christian McStravick, Joseph Ferguson, and Braden Smith. Meanwhile, for Manville, their captains look like this. Kyle Trask, Devon Pinman. Also, the captains Ramondre Polidor and D'Angelo Gallegos. When we get started, Manville will be wearing their home uniforms, the navy blue tops on top of the white pants. Meanwhile, Strake Jesuit across the way from us will be in the all whites with the green trim. Strake Jesuit has won the toss. They will elect to receive as they'll get the football first. Let's give you their starters on offense, led by their quarterback, Zach Zubiga. The tailback is Josh Reese. Their four receivers, Christian Charbonnet, Jacob Pikilniak, Andrew Eichelberger, and Christian McStravick. On the offensive line, Braden Smith, Charlie Kohler, Harry Longwell, Evan Whaley, and Gunther Spoor. Crusaders will send back deep. Michael Purvey is on the near side. He'll stand inside his 10-yard line, and on the far side is Jack Umont. Seeing it for the Mavericks in between the 40s. Is getting set to kick this one away. Is Randy Bermia. First time we've seen, at least I've seen, Bermia kicking. I've seen Manville a few times this year. Bermia will do the duties. Runs into it. Line drive kick, near side, and catching it at the 1 yard line is Purvey. Purvey runs it down the sideline across the 15-yard line, and he's tripped up at the 19, and that's where they will begin their first drive of the night.
I'm excited to see what Strake Jesuit's going to come out with. Of course, they've had that passing attack going all season long. Of course, the Manville Mavericks, they fly around on defense. They're excited about this game. This should be an exciting matchup. Let's see how it starts.
Crusaders offense scoring about 34 points per game, just a hair under 400 yards per contest. Do most of it through the air, 228.5 yards per game. They hand it off on the counter to Reese. Reese runs it off the guard left side. Might have gotten to the 20-yard line, perhaps the 21 as he sniffs the football out. Pick up on the play of 2 yards. The Crusaders' first play from scrimmage.
Nice zone read off to the left-hand side, just trying to take a feel of the Mavericks to kind of see what they're doing.
They won't huddle. Zubia takes the snap, fires it near side. Reese with a catch across the 20 to the 25. And then he's bottled up there, brought down at the 26-yard line, making the stop. Brandon Bell, the senior corner. Bell off to New Mexico State following this season. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the little screen pass to the near side to Reese.
And we talked about those quick routes to kind of get Zubia in a rhythm, something they want to try to do if they can establish that.
3rd and a long 3. Zubia in the gun. Now looks over to the coaching staff on the far side. Their head coach, James Clancy. It's a full receiver set with Zubia in the gun. Reese is off to the left shoulder. Now, thought for a second he was going to go to the right side and put on the brakes, and now he will go to the right side as he goes back and forth. Zubia takes the snap, looks near side, pump fakes to Reese, looking to scramble. He lost the ball, it looked like, and trips and falls, gets sacked at the 16-yard line. Not sure if Zubia lost it or not, but he was looking to go over to the near side. Now he just tripped. Got his foot caught up, just tripped up, and then Tyler Fuller, the senior, will get credit for the sack, but Zubia was going down on his own will.
Yeah, it's great pressure from Manville up front, pass rush, big Tyler Fuller, big 91 coming through, giving Mr. Zubia fits already early.
Back to punt it away is Umont, the junior. Deontay Anderson and Uriah Hudson are back deep. They both stand at midfield. Perfect start for this Manville D. Good snap. A line drive punt. This is going to send Hudson back where he'll make the catch at his own 40. Runs to the right side, cuts it back inside near midfield. Gets away from a tackle and just got popped. He was spinning away from a man. And then Andarzio, the senior defensive back, popped him, and he goes down hard.
That's nice special teams coverage. You want to make sure you have good phases today. Special teams, of course, offense and defense are what you need to be successful to pull off perhaps an upset against this Manville team. That's nice coverage from the gunner.
De'Ara King, the TCU commit, will lead his Mavericks on the field, an offense that's averaging 57 points per game, over 500 yards per contest. We'll give you some of their gaudy numbers as we go on. King will take the snap, quarterback draw up the middle. He's at the 50, cuts it outside, gets hit from behind, got hit hard from behind as he takes it into Strake Jesuit field position to the 46. From his 46 to the Jesuit 46, it's a pickup of 8.
That was a nice play call set up. You couldn't find any receivers open. Quarterback has the ability, dual threat, to come and make a nice run, set up a second short down.
Trips far side. They hand it on the counter to Pinman. Pinman up the middle, breaks a tackle, and he is loose. Pinman to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Manville. And you could not ask for a better start if you're the Mavericks. You get a 3 and out on the defensive side, and then on the second play, Pinman takes it 46 yards into the end zone for a 6-0 Maverick lead.
That's a simple zone read, having the ball to Pinman up the middle, breaks a tackle, runs untouched after that point to the house. That young man has been rolling in the playoffs. Last week, 24 rushes, 361 yards, 5 touchdowns. He can roll.
On to attempt the extra point. The deep snapper is Kyle Trask. And Ennis Sefa, the senior, will do the duties on the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The kick is on its way. A little low line drive, but he'll do the job as it splits the uprights in Manville. 9:36 left to play in the first quarter. They're in front of Strake Jesuit 7-0 as you listen and watch the Houston High School playoffs on Texan Live.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Welcome you back to NRG Stadium with Derek Jones. I'm Jeremy Branham. A quick strike offense. 2 plays, 54 yards. He used up just 30 seconds off the clock. 46-yard run right up the middle by Devon Pinman. It's Manville on the board at 7-0. Just right up the gut. Nothing fancy about it. You go draw, then a little counter play up the middle, and an easy touchdown for the Mavericks.
Yeah, nothing fancy. You want to come out and just establish who you are. I mean, we're Manville. We want to come in and run the ball. We don't think you have the guys up front to stop us. And let's see. It's a big play from Pinman, and it's a great start for Manville.
Line drive kick, again caught at the 1-yard line. Bringing it out is Purvey. Here comes a flag flying from behind as he took it across the 10-yard line, across the 15 to the 16. But a flag is down. We'll have to check the penalty. It's going to go against the Crusaders, blocking the back, and of course, Manville will accept. Still talking to exactly where's the spot is the discussion going on now with the officiating crew, because this is going to be a half the distance to the goal line. Hey fans, tune in to Fox Sports Southwest tonight from 11 to midnight for the season finale of the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chin, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the action in the playoff games, and we'll also preview tomorrow's games. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest. Here's Zubia, hands it off to Reese. Reese runs it over to the near side. He's tackled down. Got a couple of yards out to the right side. That's the end of the road for Reese. Actually, lost a yard.
Yeah, not a great start. The last drive 3 and out for Strake Jesuit. They need to try to come together with some type of balance this drive.
Zubia in the gun, 4 receivers set. Reese off to the left shoulder. Zubia is going to go deep, flags fly. Throws it over to the far side for his receiver to get it. Another flag flies down at the end of that play. His intended receiver was McStravick, and in coverage on the play was Hudson from Manville. This is going to go against the Mavericks. We'll have to check the original penalty, though, the one at the line of scrimmage. Usually that would be an offsides, but it could also be an illegal motion, illegal formation. If that's the case, you'll wipe off both penalties.
Yeah, Zubia is a smart quarterback. I think as soon as the young men came to neutral zone, he snapped the ball. He knew that he had a free play, tried to tack it up to his big receiver, who's made a lot of plays for him, and then they end up getting a pass interference, possibly deep on the on that pass play.
James Clancy refuses the penalty on the offsides. He'll take the pass interference and now move the football to the 22, and the Crusaders' first down of the evening.
They're definitely going to need something like that to kind of give them some kind of start to kick them going.
4 receivers set. Zubia to Reese up the middle. Reese cuts it back inside across the 25. Falls forward as he's tripped up around the 27-yard line. Leading the way defensively was Derek Tucker. Tucker, a junior with big-time offers. Seems like every school in America wants Derek Tucker to be part of their program in the next coming years.
Yeah, that young man flies around, and he plays with bad intentions. Outstanding young man.
Pick up a 5, 2nd down and 5 coming up. Trips to the far side for Zubia in the gun. Reese to the right shoulder. Zubia the snap, handoff Reese. Reese up the middle, not very far he's going to go as he got sucked up from behind by Hassan Glasgow, the senior, and he loses a yard.
Yeah, when you look at Reese's stature, he's not the biggest guy, but he's run very hard for them all season long. Had a lot of success, but basically what they want to do is try to establish some type of run, because what they want to really do is pass that ball.
Shotgun formation after the loss of a yard. 3rd down and 6. 4 receivers, 2 each way. Zubia in the gun, Reese to the left shoulder. Zubia takes the snap, steps into the pocket. Here comes some pressure, gets away from one man, and then falls forward to the 25. Lost a yard. That's going to go down for a sack, and the Mavericks are going to force another punt.
Yes, it's too much pass rush up front. The front 4 getting too much penetration up the middle. It's hard for Jesuit to block these guys right off the bat. A lot of emotion starting early. I mean, Manville is teed up. they're excited about this game, and they're getting a lot of pressure.
Lance Bryant getting to Zubia for the sack. And the punt team is on now for the Crusaders. Humont on to punt as he stands at his own 11. Two-man back deep for the Mavericks as Deontay Anderson and Urian Hudson both around their 35. Some motion up front early, and flags are going to fly in. Whistles go off as well. Looked like coming off that edge was Yeskid Walker-Williams for the Mavericks, and he forced the lineman to move. Officials will talk. I think this one's going to go against Manville. Still 4th down. Move the football up 5 yards to the 30. But the punt team will stay on. The returners for the Mavericks will back up a step or two. Kirk Martin, Manville coach, is going to pull the player that went off sides. That's enough of you. Snap back's a good one. Punt goes off the side of the foot. It's short and it's end over end. Takes a favorable bounce for the Crusaders, though, as it landed around the 45 and bounces to the 42-yard line. It's about a 28-yard punt with no return. The Mavericks, for the second time in a row, will have outstanding field position. Last time they started at their own 46. This time they start at their own 42-yard line. And up 7-0 with 7:08 to play in the first quarter. The field position game when you play Manville is very important, and right now it's not going the Crusader way.
Anytime you play a good team, field position is important. You want to try to win that field position type battle. You're giving a great team or a really nice team a lot of close opportunities to put points on the board.
King's in a four receiver set in the gun. He moves the motion man, tosses it to him on the end around. Running near side is Dykes. Dykes running backwards, now cuts it back inside, makes another man miss, still running forward, and finally gets tripped up from behind. That's about the most exciting 2-yard gain you'll ever see as Tyler Johnson trips him up from behind. A pickup of 2 on the end around.
You're exactly right. That was a heck of a run. Jet formation coming to this left-hand side, broke a lot of tackles. Something Strake needs to work on to make sure they stay in this.
Ball on the near hash, King in the gun, 4 receivers, 2 each way. King looking to throw over the middle, now rolls the pocket right, has a pressure from behind. King's gonna get sacked. He got hit over to the far sideline at the 38-yard line. Joe Ferguson chasing King from behind was able to get to him as he loses 6 yards back to the 38-yard line.
That was outstanding coverage from the defense for Strake Jesuit, and a nice play from defensive end to chase King down. King's not easy to take down. He's an outstanding runner.
They'll go empty now as they empty out the backfield. King by himself will take the snap of the motion man Pinman. King has all day. He's going to fire deep, and he has a man, and it's in and out of the hands of Devon Pinman. King might have led him too far by a hair, but if you ask Pinman if he should have caught that or not, he would tell you I'd catch that one 9 times out of 10.
You're exactly right. I mean, he's wide open. Looked like it touched his hands. As a coach, you say, if it touches your hands, young man, I want you to grab that ball.
Watching the replay of it, I said King might have overthrown him by a hair. I take back everything I said. That ball was right on the money. He dropped it right in the breadbasket. So an incomplete pass, and they'll have to punt. Diedrich Anderson will punt this one away. McStravick is back deep for Strake Jesuit as the ball bounces inbounds. It seemed like everybody was unsure. Whistles did not blow, and McStravick, who caught the ball on the bounce near the sideline, he thought that it hit that sideline. He fielded it on a hop and just kind of didn't hear the whistle and just ducked it out of bounds.
Yeah, good thing he stopped the ball, of course, just to make sure it didn't, not go out of bounds or whatever. But it's a nice stop from Strake Jesuit to come out. It's 3 and out. I mean, I know the ball just off the fingertips, but still 3 and out. You take that as a win, gives you opportunity for your offense to hopefully get into a flow and a rhythm to make this a competitive game early.
They've not been able to do it yet. They've lost a yard so far on their 2 possessions. This time they hand it off to Reese. Reese runs it off tackle left side and picks up a couple of yards to the 28.
Simple zone read off to the left-hand side. Once again, he's their horse to run the ball, trying to get to some type of momentum going early.
Trent Serrato with the tackle. Call it 2nd and 7 from the 28-yard line. Zubia in the gun. This time they have a back to the right side of Zubia. Zubia takes the snap, looking to throw, fires it near side, overshoots his man. He was looking for Charbonnet, just threw it too tall.
Yeah, a little bit too high. Didn't have an opportunity to get his feet set. Probably wants to get that one back again.
Incomplete pass, clock stops, 5:15 left to play. In our first quarter, Manville with the early lead, 7-0. This is Crusader offense. The only first down they've had so far was on the pass interference. Other than that, they've not been able to move the chains. 3 receivers set. They have a tight end off the right side of the line. 2 receivers to the near side for Zubia. 3rd down. Zubia takes the snap, looking to throw. Steps into the pocket, fires it to the far side, and it's picked off, intercepted. That's Ryan Hudson, who stepped in front of the intended receiver, picks it off at the Crusader 36-yard line. Zubia just seems flustered. He can't get into that rhythm. He has hands in his face, and he just can't find the open guys. Ryan Hudson just stepped right in front, picked that one off, no problem.
Yeah, he seems like he's trying to find some type of comfort zone, and that's what those X-quicks and the quicks to the outside receivers, it kind of gives them that flow. Looking for Coach Clancy to come back to that, maybe try to get them involved. And for Hudson, that's his 4th interception of the season thus far.
Manville's had good field position all night. This one the best yet. They hand it off to Pinman on the draw. Pinman runs it off the tackle right side. Gets it to about the 35-yard line. He picks up a yard running to the right side before he got tackled down by the Crusaders.
It seems like Manville's offense has been on the field a lot early, but it's still a 7-0 game.
King quickly throws it near side where it's caught by Stokes. Stokes running to the far side across the 25, and he's tripped up at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards from King to Stokes, and it's a Maverick first down.
Nice simple stop and catch. Try to get the ball to your skilled receiver in space and let him run.
So King will come back out quickly to the line as he's barking out orders. A 3-receiver set, pistol formation with Pinman behind King. King the snap, fires it near side. It's caught by Hagdorn. Hagdorn to the sideline. 15, 10, 5, lunging for the end zone, and he is in. Hunter Hagdorn tight roping the sideline, finds a pocket in the end zone, and the Mavericks are on the board again in a 13-0 lead with 4:16 to play in the first.
I'll say it again. Once it's just a quick route, simple exit outside. You have one receiver blocking the other corner, and you get the ball in space to one of your playmakers to get to the end zone. Once again, Hagdorn, he's caught almost 20 passes for 400 yards. That's his 7th touchdown of the season. When you have athletes like that, you want to get the ball in their hand as quick as possible and let them make a play for you.
It's also the 39th touchdown by De'Aaron King. Unbelievable numbers. The extra point is up. It is good. And Manville with 4:16 left to play in the first quarter. Lead at 14-0 thanks to turnover points. The interception by Ryan Hudson giving them the great field position, and they take advantage as they find the end zone first score. 4:16 left to play in the first quarter. Manville 14, Strake Jesuit 0. This is the Houston High School Football Playoffs on Texan Live.
Big Star Ford, Houston's fastest growing dealer. Why? Huge discounts, best selection, most of you trade, low payments. Are the all-new Mustang? Only $299 a month. Focus, $239 a month. Escape, only $299 a month. Everybody wants to know why we're Houston's fastest growing dealer. Big Star Ford. Big city discounts, small town dealing, 10 minutes south of downtown Houston off of 288. You drive, we listen.
Another quick strike for the Mavericks. This time 3 plays, 36 yards, 53 seconds after Ryan Hudson was able to pick off a Zach Zubia pass. A 14-0 Manville lead. You know, I know we're beating the horse to death, but again, poor field position given up by Strake Jesuit. Manville able to take advantage of it for the 2nd time in 3 tries.
Yeah, once again, you keep giving a really good team great field position. They don't need that assistance. They'll definitely take it. Puts another point on the board. Nice pass catch for a touchdown. I mean, right now, Strake Jesuit, they have to come up with some type of balance, some type of something to get them started to where they can keep this game close, because if not, I mean, Manville's going to pick up even more steam.
Burmia kicking this one away. This time to go to Uman on the far side where he catches it on the goal line. Uman trying to cut it to the middle of the field. Nowhere to go. Got past the 10-yard line. Can't make it to the 15. Has a huge pop. London Harris, the backup linebacker, and bad field position for Strake Jesuit as they'll start this drive at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it's outstanding coverage. I mean, you look across the line, you see everybody. It's almost like a sprint going down the sideline. I mean, coming all the way to the tackle. Nice play, special teams. Manville is rolling.
Here's Zubia with trips to the far side. Ball's between the hashes. Reese off to the left shoulder. Now they'll motion one of the receivers from the near side into the backfield. Now he'll motion out to the tight end spot on the right side. They hand it off to Reese. Reese off tackle right. Has a little bit of room. Runs across the 15 and got the nose of the football to the 20-yard line. A pickup of 7 yards by Reese, and really their biggest offensive play if you take away that pass interference call a little bit earlier.
Yeah, now if you look at the game, you're saying, why are they still running the ball? Why are they still running the ball? Well, they want to keep Manville's offense off the field as long as they can. They want to chew up clock. I mean, they've had success with Reese. He's a 1,000-yard rusher, and he also maybe brings a calm to the team, give them something they can kind of hang their hat on until they can get Zubia a little bit off.
Yeah, a little bit earlier they were going with that quick tempo like they usually run, but now they realize they need to slow it down a little bit and get everything in order. 2nd down and 3. Handoff again, Reese. Reese cuts it back inside as another first down as he gets it across the 25-yard line to the 26. He read the hole nicely there, was able to get 6 yards.
Yes, once again, simple zone read. Once again, he had nice patience in the hole, hit the hole very hard. Like I say, he's consistent when he's running. I mean, you look at his stature, once again, I'm looking at him. He didn't look as small as in stature, diminutive as he had before, but he's an outstanding runner for them.
He's one of the smallest football players you'll see. He stands 5'3", weighs $130. Zubia, the snap in the gun. Pressure in his face, he's going deep. Of course, the middle of the field, and it's batted away. Your Ryan Hudson, who had the interception earlier, knocked it away from the intended receiver, Christian McStravick. You like the taking chances, though. You had one-on-one, you toss it up, you hope McStravick can win the matchup. But Ryan Hudson was there with pretty good coverage, and actually McStravick had to go off the fingertips, and he also thought he got interfered with.
Yeah, and that's all predicated, too, off of that pass rush. The pass rush from Manville is getting back there, kind of rushed Zubia a little bit. I'm not sure if he had the opportunity to step in and get his feet underneath him to kind of lead him a little bit. They actually kind of floated behind because of the pressure.
We're in the climate-controlled NRG Stadium. The roof closed over top. Zubia will take the snap, hand off Reese. Reese with some room to the 30-yard line and then holding on. He's not getting away. As good wrap-up tackle is coming in from the secondary was Derek Tucker. Mentioned earlier, the junior. That was just a good tackle. Didn't let go. Looked like Reese was going to come out of it, and Tucker said no way.
That's an outstanding open field tackle on a young man like that. Nice play.
Pick up a 4, sets up a 3rd down and 6. Zubia goes quickly. Here comes some pressure. Throws it to the screen where it's caught on the far side by McStravick, but McStravick will not go far across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He picks up a yard, and that is it. And here comes the punt team.
First thing you notice about the Manville Mavericks, they're flying around the field. I mean, the team's speed is incredible from sideline to sideline. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of adjustment for Strake Jesuit, I think, to kind of get used to this speed.
Mentioned earlier, Strake, the best team on their schedule was Katy. They got shut out in that game 56-0, but Katy makes a lot of good teams look bad. Saw that earlier today with their blowout win to advance to the regional finals. Low line drive kick, catching it is Hudson. Hudson couldn't make the man miss. He got it across the 40-yard line to the 42. And making the stop was Michael Jewett, the sophomore linebacker.
It still gives Manville good field position. I mean, they're starting around that 40-yard line each time they get the ball. I mean, it makes it harder for the defense, and the defense has been on the field quite a bit early in this first quarter.
Hoka Hay is the rallying call for this Maverick team, and long story short, it was Crazy Horse's battle cry at Little Bighorn when his tribe defeated General Custer. That's a name you remember, right? Basically what it translates to is that it's a good day to die. And they don't mean it in the literal sense. They mean it in just the sense of we want to play unselfishly. And here's King with an unselfish pass on the out pattern. Caught near midfield. Hunter Hagdorn with a diving grab as he catches it to the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 7 yards.
That's a good rally cry. You want to have something that your team can put their hat on and build around.
Here's King again, dropping back. He's going to roll over to the near side. King's still with it. He's going to throw the ball downfield, near sideline, and it's caught. Keelan Stokes with the grab, takes it down the sideline, tripped up inside the 5-yard line. The touchdown saving tackle was the safety, Jack Umont, but a big pickup all the way to the 5. 46 yards on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's a big-time play. When you have a quarterback who can extend a play as long as that, even if you have great coverage down the field, with his ability to extend the play, it makes it hard.
King out of the pistol, handoff, Pinman. Pinman left side, lunging for the end zone, and he's in. He reaches the football over the goal line, and Pinman has his second touchdown of the night. Second effort there as Pinman was able to drag a tackler from behind with him into the end zone, and the Maverick lead is now 20-0. with 1:08 left to play in the first quarter.
Once again, nice zone read off to the left-hand side off the tackle. Had your Pinman stretch the ball out across the goal line. Touchdown Mavericks, 20-0, waiting the kick.
On to attempt it is Sefa. Snap is good, the kick is on its way, and it's through the uprights. Goliath right now pounding its chest. 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Manville in front of Strake Jesuit, 21-0. This is Houston High School football on Texan Live.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Stop me if I said it before. Another quick drive for the Mavericks. 3 plays, 38 seconds this time, 58 yards. Devon Pinman's 4-yard touchdown run, capping off the drive. And well, they're picking up these kinds of yards on really just huge chunks of yardage from this Maverick offense. A 21-0 lead, less than 11 minutes into this one.
Yeah, thus far they've had very little opposition in stopping Pinman. Pinman's kind of run wild, but you have the outstanding quarterback King rolling around, giving his wide receivers an opportunity. Manville hasn't taken very long to put points on the board.
Here's Bermea's kick, and it's bobbled on the outside by Umon. Umon picks it up, can't get to his 10-yard line. He just bobbled the football and makes it back out to his 9-yard line. That's just the field position has been drastic tonight.
Now, back to one of my keys to the game for Strake. If a game started out like this, you want to make sure that someone out there, your leadership, your senior leadership, can kind of calm you down a little bit, because a game like this can get out of hand. I mean, I know it's 21-0, and it looks like, oh my, it's going to be a landslide, but you still have the opportunity. It's still the first quarter, so you have time to get back in the game, but you have to have your senior leadership step up right now and say, hey, I got this. Zubia has to do that at the quarterback position.
This is a high-powered offense, too. Zubia, a good thrower. So they can get back into games quickly. Zubia will take the snap. He's going to launch it deep down the far sideline, and that one's going to fall incomplete. They're challenging Hudson, and now a late flag flies. So it's Christian McStravick, the intended receiver, Uriah Hudson, who gets called for the interference as there's 2 flags down. We've seen that matchup a few times tonight. The round 1 went to Christian McStravick as Uriah Hudson got called for a pass interference. Round 2 went to Uriah Hudson when he intercepted a pass. And then that one, round 3, looks like it's going the way of Christian McStravick.
Starting play, pass interference, 13 on the defense, 15 yards, previous spot, first down.
It's the second first down now for Strake Jesuit, and both times they've picked up the first down. I beg your pardon, it's third first down. But 2 of the 3 have been via the pass interference from Uriah Hudson.
Yeah, you're going to need something like that to kind of get you jump started. And the reason they're doing that matchup, if you look out there, McStravick is a tall, big receiver. He has a size and a height mismatch. You want to try to utilize that if you can. I mean, I know Uriah's an athlete out there, but he is at a disadvantage at the height. If you just take a look at it now, something they want to try to work on.
Yeah, let's see if they exploit that matchup a little more. 56 seconds to play in the first. They hand it off to Reese. Reese bounces it outside across the 25-yard line to the 27. He picks up 3 yards on the play.
Stop made by number 7,
Jordan Carmouche, the Arkansas commit, coming from that linebacker spot. The winner of this one gets Katy Friday night, 7:30 from NRG Stadium. Imagine the crowd will be on hand for that one. So Zubia is in the gun, 4 receivers set, 2 receivers each side. Zubia takes the snap, looking to throw. Zubia is going to launch it deep down the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Christian Carbonet, and there on coverage was Derek Tucker. Also, Brandon Bell was in the area as well. Good touch pass, just defended very well.
Yeah, it's nice coverage right there. As soon as the ball hit his hands, you could tell that the defender put his hand in and kind of hit it a little bit as well. It's outstanding coverage, especially on an 8 route. It's hard to cover that post like that. Nice play.
Bell was the one who got his hand in on there to knock it away. And it's a 3rd down for Strake Jesuit at their own 27-yard line. 3 receivers set, utilizing the tight end on the right side of the line. Reese is to the right shoulder of Zubia. Takes the snap, Hands it off. It's Purvey Jr., the backup. Takes it off tackle left. He's close to the first down marker. He's going to be spotted out of bounds at the 34-yard line. And it's going to be very close. We'll have to see exactly where those chains are as they took a tumble after Purvey Jr. Kind of knocked him away after being shoved out of bounds by Derek Tucker.
Yeah, he's got a little size on him and a little wiggle, too.
Yeah, he's had over 400 yards in that backup spot. He's the junior to Reese's senior, so next year will be his backfield to lose. They've had some success running the football. Hand it off again up the middle. Across the 35-yard line, falls forward to the 38. Pick up of 4 yards, and it's not all so bad, as Michael Purvey Jr. picked up the pickup of 4, and that's going to do it for our first quarter. So after 12 minutes of play, it's been all Manville. They lead Strake Jesuit 21-0, but the Crusaders putting together their best drive. Can they get back into it? End of 1. This is Houston High School football playoffs on Texan Live.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry.
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate, it's hassle-free. It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
America's best-selling brand now offers friends and neighbors pricing to everyone on all Ford vehicles, but only for a limited time at your participating Texas Ford dealer.
Start of quarter number 2. Manville in front, 21-0 at NRG with Derek Jones. I'm Jeremy Branham. Here's Zubia firing it near side and a great catch. Christian McStravick with the catch at his 47-yard line. He had defenders all over his back.
That's a great catch. Ryan was all over his back. That's a big receiver making a nice catch, putting 2 hands on the ball, of course, extending his arms to make sure he made the catch, not letting the ball get into his body. It's a first down for Strake Jesuit.
Pickup of 13 yards in that first down. This is the furthest that Strake Jesuit has went on the field. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Zubia hands it off. It's Purvey Jr. running right side across midfield into Manville territory for the first time tonight and down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 9.
That's a nice zone read off to the right-hand side. Purvey is running very hard. You can see his body language. Legs are moving. He's also got a little bit bigger frame as compared to Reese, and it may be a different change of pace for Strake Jesuit.
Tyler Fuller with the stop. 21-0 Maverick lead. First time the Crusaders have tasted Manville territory. Zubia, the snap, hands it off. Again, it's Purvey Jr. running it to the near side on the sweep, and he takes it out of bounds at the 44. He gave him a favorable spot. He gained about a half a yard, but he's still going to be shy of the first down marker.
It's going to be a big third down for Strake Jesuit. They need to keep the chains moving. Also keep their defense off the field. The defense has been on the field a lot, although it's been short, big plays, but they've still been on the field a lot. So it's a big play right now.
And just the psyche that it has in your mind. Oh, okay, our offense gets us some points. Let's go get their back now. Let's get the football back into their hands after they've shown they can just score. Maybe build on that momentum a little bit. 3rd down and 1 at the Maverick 43. Zubia hands it off. It's Reese. Reese to the near side, lunging forward, has the first down to the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 3 yards. Tucker's in the area, as is Uriah Hudson and Trent Serrano.
Yeah, it's a nice play. So nice zone read, a little change of pace. Bring Reese back in. You have the big size of Purvey. You have the nice size of Reese. That's a nice counterbalance to kind of keep that Manville Maverick defense off balance a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Zubia, it's a team that does not huddle, so they look over to the sideline when they get to the line of scrimmage to see what they want to do offensively. Trips to the far side. Zubia takes the snap in the shotgun, about a 4-step drop, looking near side, looking deep, and overshoots his man. Intended receiver was Christian McStravick. He had a step. He was open a bit. Derek Tucker, Uriah Hudson in the area. But just overshot McStravick. McStravick this season coming into the game, 43 catches, 6 touchdowns. He's one of their biggest targets. And as you mentioned, he has that height advantage. And it certainly seems like that's the game plan offensively when they throw the ball. Let's toss it up to our tall guy against their short guy.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. When you have a guy that has a couple inches on the defender, you want to try to utilize that. Kind of like in basketball, have him post up, kind of use his body, use his big old frame to kind of get the yardage.
Second down and 10 at the 41. Handoff, it's Reese. Reese up the middle, not going far. He runs right into the waiting arms of Yeskin Walker-Williams. Yeskin Walker-Williams, last time we saw him, he was jumping off sides on a punt. We hadn't seen him since, and now he's atoning for it a little bit as he drops Reese down for a loss of about a foot.
That's a nice tackle, setting up a third down and long for Strake Jesuit.
Maybe 4-down territory. Ball near the Manville 41-yard line. Trips are 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Lines of motion early, not any flags thrown though. Here's Zubia running to the near side, looking for a block, throws it off his back foot, caught near the 35-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down as Christian Carbonet is able to make the grab for a pickup of 6 yards, but it's going to be shy of the first down, but it makes it 4th and manageable.
It's a nice play from Zuby to keep the play alive, moving out to his left-hand side, waiting for his receiver to get open, and it's a nice catch. Keep your feet in. Of course, in high school, all you have to do is have 1 foot in bounds, but it's a nice catch. It's setting up a manageable 4th down, and this is 4-down territory.
4th down and 4 at the Maverick 35. Zuby in the gun. They forced an offside. It's a free play here. Zuby realizing that there's a jump ball to the far side, and it's swatted away. That's a heck of a play by Brandon Bell on that far sideline.
That's great defense for Bell to be able to swat that ball away. They're trying to throw the ball up high, getting it to their big receiver. It's nice defensive coverage. He had inside leverage on that play, but the offsides will give them a first down possibly.
Yeah, that was Carbonet, the intended receiver. Carbonet actually leads them in receptions. Appreciate him letting us know that it will be a Crusader first down. Move the chains again. Getting deep into Maverick territory now as that ball penalty will take him to the 30-yard line.
This game has gone pretty much exactly how Manville has scripted the game. The one thing is you have penalties like this, you can't keep a team in the game that may not be in the game, and you never know what happens after that.
Zuby in the gun, hands it off to Reese on the counter draw. Reese right up the middle, gets some pretty good yardage to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards before being ripped down.
It's a nice first down play, get 4 or 5 yards, set up a 2nd and 5 or 6. I mean, it's a nice drive so far from Strake Jesuit to try to answer some of the drives that Manville has given them.
5-yard gain. Zuby in the shotgun, trips to the short side of the field on the near side. Zubia fakes the handoff, play action, throws it over the middle. It's caught at the 10, at the 5, diving into the end zone, and he's in. Andrew Eichelberger, the senior tight end, dives into the end zone, and the Crusaders are on the board.
That's a big-time play. They're running a cover 2 defense once again, both of the halves. One safety has one half, the other safety has the other. You shoot your tight end up the middle for a big seam route, and next thing you know, it's touchdown, Strake Jesuit.
So a heck of a play on that pass by Zuby, and it's the first time that we've seen Strake Jesuit find some rhythm offensively, kind of get into a groove, and Zubia throwing strikes out there as well.
You're exactly right, assisted by the penalty, giving them an extra life to continue to be on the field. And once again, Zubia and this team, they've had success all season long. I think the stage may have gotten them a little bit earlier. Now they're kind of getting to a groove, like you said. I mean, although the score is 21-0, you look at it like, oh, it's a mismatch totally. Don't count out Strake Jesuit now. It's still early, 21-6, pending the extra point.
25-yard strike from Zubia to his tight end Eichelberger. And now here comes Owen Moon to try to attempt the extra point. It is high and it is good. So Strake Jesuit trying to get back into it. They get a long drive and ends up with points. 21-7. Manville leads at 8:55 left to play in the second quarter. This is the Houston High School Football Playoffs on Texan Live.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie.
And we're proud to announce that TexanDrive.com is a presenting sponsor of the Humble Rodeo.
And we have the entertainment lineup.
On February 5th, the barbecue will kick off with Shane Barnhill.
And on Saturday night, February 6th, John Slaughter, David Joel, and Abigail Taylor.
And the rodeo kicks off on Friday night, February 12th with Randy Rogers.
Closing out Saturday, February 13th is Cody Johnson. And don't forget, you can get your tickets at the dealerships Texan GMC Buick or Texan Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram.
And we're located at 59 in Will Clayton. or you can go to TexanDrive.com.
We treat you
Just
better.
what the doctor ordered for Strake Jesuit with 8:55 to play in the second quarter. They find the end zone, get back into the football game, 21-7. This is the type of drive that you need to have if you're Strake Jesuit. 11 plays.
Yeah,
91 yards, 4 minutes,
exactly
13
right.
seconds.
Exactly right. It does two things. It keeps the defense off the field, give those guys a little bit of rest, give them a breather. It gives the coaches a chance to talk with what kind of strategy they want to use against Manville, because Manville's had no opposition going up and down the field. But it also gives your offense confidence. I mean, you've had success. You're coming out against a big team like Manville. You want to have something that you can do that's successful. That kind of drive can get them back into the ball game.
Tough part is Manville has 145 yards on you already offensively. They have 5 first downs, and keep in mind, touchdowns count as first downs. So 3 of their 5 first downs, they've been touchdowns. Onside sneak, a little more of a squib right up the gut. It's fielded around the 30-yard line, running forward to the 35-yard line, as getting tripped up on the backside was Brandon McCarty. I'm not sure if that was the onside kick, if it was a squib, if he just mishit it. I'm not quite sure what that was.
Yeah, I think that was more of the squib variety, just trying to give your team to come down, the opportunity to come down and make a tackle. I mean, you've been in a field position battle thus far, and you kind of feel a little bit better about yourself after that touchdown.
Yeah, you also don't want to allow these dangerous Maverick returners to get some wiggle room. That might have had something to do with it as well. 4 receivers set for De'Ara King, trips to the near side. Pinman off to the left shoulder of King. King takes the snap, hands it off to Pinman on the counter draw up the middle across the 35 to the 37-yard line, where he's tripped up and brought down after a gain of 2 yards.
Once again, zone read up the middle, 2-yard run. It's a nice play from Strake Jesuit to kind of slow them down a little bit.
John Lilly the stop. Mavericks go quick. Trips far side. King in the shotgun. Pinman right shoulder. Lone receiver to the near side. King will take the snap. 3-step drop. Fires it over the middle, and it's caught inside Strake Jesuit territory across the 40, 45, and down to the 43-yard line. As reeling that one in was Cam Scott. You don't see Cam Scott a whole lot, but he was able to reel that one in.
That's a nice catch. Once again, Strake Jesuit, they're also in cover 2, and anytime you're in cover 2, that middle is what you want to attack.
20-yard gain on the play to the Crusader 43-yard line. Pinman on the draw up the middle, and he'll get hit and brought down. Got to the 41-yard line. We're giving him a gain of 2. That's a generous gain of 2. As leading the way was John Lilly, the defensive tackle. De'Ara King 6 for 7 so far, 118 yards through the air.
You can see why the Mavericks have the success. I mean, you have to have that floor general, and he's been that all season long.
They'll move Pinman in motion out of the backfield to the near side. Quick fired pass, kind of on the near side. Hemphill Maps. He has room, and he's gone down the sideline, and he will score. 43 yards out. They throw the little bubble screen to Hemphill Maps, and he takes it the distance.
Wow, big time play. King passing it out. Simple bubble screen, just like you said, almost like that quick route we like to run. Have 2 receivers block and have your skilled guy in space, have him an opportunity to run. And he shows the speed, turns on the jets. Touchdown, Mavericks.
It's about the best chemistry you'll have between a Horned Frog and a Longhorn in a long time. Extra point to come as Cefa will look to add on the extra. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and Manville, they answer fire with fire of their own. They go quickly down the field. They get the long completion to Hemphill Maps, although Hemphill Maps made the long gain on himself after the little bubble screen. 7:26 left to play, quarter number 2. Manville leads at 28-7. This is the Houston High School Playoffs on Texan Live.
At Cavenders, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face.
Working with my partner.
8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavenders, don't just wear it, live it.
4 plays, 65 yards, 1:29 off the clock. 42-yard pass from De'Ara King to Reggie Hemphill Maps. It's deceiving saying a 43-yard pass because King only threw it about a yard up the field, and Hemphill Maps did the rest.
Yeah, when you have athletes like that, it's called yak, yard after catch. You want to throw it to them short. It may not look as pretty, but as soon as they catch the ball, it looks, wow, that's the prettiest play I've seen. That's what happens when you have athletes like that.
It looks like a line drive in the box score, doesn't it? A little pooch kick over to the near side. Fair catch. Fair catch is called. It was muffed, and it was recovered by Strake Jesuit. Here's the issue. Manville saying that they have the football, but the issue is that one of the officials blew a whistle. One of the officials blew a whistle, and as soon as you have, they're going to signal Manville ball, but there was a whistle on the field, and as soon as you have a whistle on the field, the play is dead.
Yeah, exactly right.
It was just a...
The ball's loose, though.
The ball is most certainly loose, but there was an inadvertent whistle. And anytime there's an inadvertent whistle, the play is dead.
Yeah, you're right.
And now the head official's coming over looking for the Manville head coach Kirk Morton. The defense for Strake Jesuit is on the field, but well, I think you have to give Strake Jesuit the ball, and it's unfortunate for Manville because they recovered, but there was a whistle that was blown on the field by the officials, and as soon as that happens, the play is over.
You're exactly right, and I'm sure the referees are going to explain that to both sides.
James Clancy is waiting for an explanation at the 35-yard line out of the numbers on the far side. Manville trying to figure out which unit to send on the field, their offense or their defense.
This is a huge call, especially from the Strake Jesuit side. I mean, you just give up a big touchdown to Manville, and now Manville would have outstanding field position once again. I mean, you're reaching that borderline territory.
Let's listen in. So they can take the result of the play or a replay. I've not heard that one. That must be the difference between the high school game and any other level. But this is going to be advantageous for Strake Jesuit that there was that inadvertent whistle.
Yeah, I mean, you called it. As soon as that whistle blew, I mean, it killed the play, no matter what the outcome of that play is. It is a win for Strake Jesuit if you have an opportunity for them to kick the ball. Smart play from Manville to do the pooch kick in the first place to even give them an opportunity for that.
Yeah, we'll see if they do it again, if that's the strategy going forward. Now, one thing they're not thinking about that they probably should, if you're having a replay of the kickoff, you probably need to add a few seconds back to the clock.
Yeah, we're thinking the same thing. I think they're just excited to get the ball, opportunity to get the ball back maybe.
Yeah, we're probably just winding up here in the booth. 28-7 Manville in front, 7:24 to play in the second quarter. Strake Jesuit on their last drive, they had a very good 11-play, 91-yard drive. And down by 21, they'll need to do the same once more. Burmy, another pooch kick. This time he near side again. It's caught. No fair catch this time. And ducking it out of bounds at the 32-yard line was Michael Jewett. That was interesting how Burmy did that. He took a long run at it like he was going to deep kick it and just, I guess, got underneath it, popped it up in the air like a 56 degree.
Yeah, maybe trying to surprise them, thinking it was going to go deep, maybe kind of get them off their guard a little bit. Still a nice play from Manville, but it's a great play for Strake Jesuit to get the ball back because that would have been disaster.
Here's Zubia and the Crusader offense. Zubia threw his first touchdown of the night to Andrew Eichelberger. 25-yard pass up the middle. See what he does this time out. Hands it off on the counter to Reese. Reese gets to the line of scrimmage. Not much more after that. To about the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of a yard. Tyler Fuller the stop.
Yeah, once again, they're trying not to be too predictable. You don't want to get away from the run. Even with the score the way it is, you still want to give your defense an opportunity to rest and regroup on that sideline. And you also want to try to keep Manville off balance by not just having double coverage out there or zone coverage on your receivers.
Second down and 9 at the 34. Zubia in the gun, 2 receivers to each side. Zubia takes the snap, looks near side, looking deep, firing deep on the out, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Christian McStravick. Derek Tucker there to bat it away. Tucker coming over with the safety help as Manville dropped into a zone coverage that time. You know, one of the things with playing in NRG that it's kind of weird on the eyes. Of course, in the NFL, you have the narrow hash marks. High school, you play with those wide ones, and the wide ones aren't on the field. You know, the officials kind of have to ballpark it a little bit. They have little hashes every 10 yards, but they don't have them every yard like you'll see out in the high school stadiums. Third down and 8, ball at the 34. Zubia setting up the screen, and he overshoots Reese. The pass was too tall for Reese, who only stands 5'3". Couldn't quite reach up to it. Got a finger on it, but couldn't reel it in. And it's a 4th down and 9 to come. And the punt team coming on for Strake Jesuit.
Yeah, it looked like they may have had something working there. You had your lineman down the field if he could have, corralled that in. That's a 3 and out. That's a win for Manville. Once again, they get an opportunity to get that offense, that high-powered offense, right back on the field again.
And lead it, the Mavericks through 28-7. Umont will punt this one away, the junior. Meanwhile, Anderson and Hudson are back deep, standing around their 35-yard line. Snap is a low one, picked up nicely by Umont, but the kick is a low line drive kick. Hudson will play it on a hop at the 30-yard line, runs it across the 35-40, looking for the near sideline, and he's wrapped up and brought down at the 41. Albert Dedman with the stop. Texan Live's new home for Houston High School sports. The road to state continues tomorrow with a trio of games at TexanLive.com. And Waco, Atascocita takes on Rowlett at 1. And then a doubleheader from NRG Stadium as Derek and I will be back with Lamar facing Dickinson at 2. And then we'll wrap it up with A&M Consolidated squaring off against Ridgepoint at 5:30. John Snelson has his Gators deep into the playoffs for the 2nd season in a row. And Lamar, boy, they're a fixture in the playoffs in the city of Houston. Here's King handing off Pinman on the counter. Huge hole up the middle, across the 45, across midfield to the 50 and to the 46-yard line as Jack Umont with the tackle for the Crusaders. A big pickup to the Crusader 46-yard line.
Yeah, nice run from Sam Smith. That young man's been rolling this year as well.
Sam Smith, a bigger pardon, in relief of Pinman. Giving Pinman a blow. Pinman's back in now, and he runs into King. The ball pops free. It's loose, and it's on the ground. Who has it? The referees are crashing in, and the Crusaders pick it up.
Oh, wow.
King went back to throw. Devon Pinman ran right into him, and the ball was dislodged from his hand, and it was recovered by the Crusaders.
Yeah, in any games, there's always weird plays that take place. Have your tailback coming up, just trying to make a block for him. He's trying to get in front so he can make a block, and next thing you know, he kind of bumps into the quarterback. Quarterback loses the handle because he's not expecting his running back to hit him from behind like that.
Looked like John Lilly recovered it for Strake Jesuit. And the Crusaders, who need some breaks and they need some points, will have it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. So Zuby will be in the shotgun with trips to the far side. Takes the snap, throws a backwards pass, caught at the 42, and now looking to throw Carbonet, going deep, and it's caught. 25, 20, 15, 10, and being forced out of bounds is Christian McStravick. Deontay Anderson forcing him out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
That's an outstanding trick play. Throw it out to your wide receiver, have him toss another one to his other wide receiver deep. It's a big play. It gives excitement to your sideline, it gives excitement to your fans, and it keeps you in the ball game like this.
47-yard play. He sets it up 1st and goal at the Manville 6. Handoff, Reese up the middle, and he stopped the yard shy of the end zone as he takes it 5 yards up the middle. And he's brought down on the backside by Tyler Fuller, the senior. 2nd and goal. Down to the 1. Zuby in the gun, handoff, Reese up the middle, trying to find a nook. Did he get in? He did. The line judge on the near side has his hands in the air for a touchdown. Touchdown, Strake Jesuit. Josh Reese up the middle for a 1-yard score.
And once again, all that's predicated off of the fumble. The mishandled snap out of the backfield from Manville gives a short field to the Strake Jesuit Crusaders. They try a trick play. It works. Gets down to the end zone, touches it in, and actually now you have a ball game, 28-13.
Owen Moon to try to add on the extra point. And again, get it to a 14-point deficit. Owen Moon, the left-footed kicker. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is through. And Strake Jesuit hanging around. They're down by 14, 28-14, 5:20 left to play in the 2nd quarter. This is the Houston High School Football Playoffs on Texan Live.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Iron Man Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
5:20 left to play in the second quarter. 28-14 after Strake Jesuit's latest touchdown drive. 3 plays, 53 yards, 44 seconds all it took. A 1-yard run by Joshua Reese. It was all set up on that receiver throw. Christian Carbonate to Christian McStravick, getting him inside the Manville 10. And now you're starting to see this Crusader offense. It looks like they have some belief. They have some dots that they can hang with Manville a little bit.
Yeah, they need a little success to happen.
Here are the Mavericks on the return. Far sideline, a flag comes down, and he is gone across the 50, 40. Oh, he stepped out of bounds at the 45-yard line. As taking that one the other way was Jalen Preston. Buddy stepped out of bounds at the 45, his 45, and there's a flag down at his own 29-yard line. That's usually never good for the return team. Yeah,
without that flag and him stepping out of bounds, that could have been a big-time reversal in the momentum.
If Sifs and Butts were candy and nuts.
Yeah.
5:12 left to play in the second quarter.
During the return, holding on the receiving team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
So that's a costly penalty. Would have been a return to the 45, but instead you had the marker come down around the 30. It looks like it's going to take it to the 20-yard line. Is where the Mavericks will start this possession. And last time on the field, little miscommunication between Pinman and King led to the fumble, led to Strake Jesuit points, and now Crusaders perhaps force some more turnovers, maybe get off the field. Who knows? And you look at the total yardage, 224 Manville, Strake Jesuit at 148. You know, it feels more lopsided.
Yes, it does.
Here's King. Handoff up the middle. It's Pinman. Pinman trying to get loose, and he's held on from behind across the 35, across the 40, and to the 41-yard line. Jack Umon hanging on for dear life.
Wow, simple zone read up the middle. That young man is running hard tonight.
Here's King. King fires it near side. Hagdorn. Hagdorn catches at the 39, spins away from a man across the 45, 50 into Strake Jesuit territory to the 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Hunter Hagdorn. His second touchdown of the night. This time it goes for 59 yards. Manville is like arena football.
That's exactly what I'm thinking about. It's simple X quick to the outside, get the hands of your skilled receiver. He makes one man miss, and then speed kills. Get those legs up, high knees, nice form, all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Manville. Wow.
Well, you blink, you miss him. 4:49 to play in the second quarter, and it's the third touchdown pass for De'Aaron King. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, it is through, and the Mavericks strike like that. 4:49 left to play. It's the Mavericks in front 35-14. This is the Houston High School Football Playoffs on Texan Live.
At Cavenders, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face. Working with my partner. 8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavenders. Don't just wear it, live it.
Manville, every time you think Strake Jesuit gets back into the game, Mavericks go on a quick drive. This time 2 plays, 80 yards, 31 seconds off the clock. De'Aaron King throws his third touchdown pass of the game. Second hookup with Hunter Hagdorn as he takes it in from 59 yards out. Now kicking it off, Strake Jesuit coming back the other way. Umon across the 10, 15, looking for the outside. Tripped up, brought down to the 16-yard line. Diving in and getting a hand on him, Tyler Castaneda.
Well, it's like a heavyweight fight. You throw one punch from the challenger, and then the heavyweight champion says, "No, let me hit you with this haymaker." Back and forth. I mean, Manville, their offense is rolling. Defense hasn't been playing bad as well. You're just right. Every time Strake appears to get into the game, there's an answer from Manville.
It's a heavyweight fight. It's Tyson Douglas, and right now it's going Tyson's way. Here's Zubia in the gun. hands it off. It's Purvey Jr. up the middle, not much doing. They got back to the original line of scrimmage, and that is it. Getting up last at the pile was Sean Sims. Looked like he got the tackle. Also, DePriest Taylor was in the area too. No gain. Under 4.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. 35-14 Manville. Zubia, 3 receivers set, 2 backs in the backfield. Zubia takes the snap, looking to throw, fires it, caught. 21-yard line where it's grabbed by Carbonet. And that's the end of the road. Earlier you're talking about those yak yardage. That time there was no yak yardage.
No, it's outstanding defense. I mean, you see the pursuit. A lot of teams run the pursuit drill before the game, and we saw Manville running that before the game as well. They fly around and get to the ball, and that's why they have such a good defense out there.
Pickup of 5 yards. Sets up a 3rd down and 5 for the Crusaders. Trailing by 21 points. Clock rolling, under 3:40 to play now in the half. Zubia takes the snap, looking right, firing right. It's caught the 25-yard line, looking for the first down was Carbonet. And it's going to be close. He's at the 26-yard line. That's all he needed. This should be a first down. Yep, they'll move the chains. First down, Crusaders.
That's a nice pitch and catch. Basically go to the first down marker, a little out route, 2 or 3-step drop, fire it out. Nice first down.
It's a first down and 10 at the 26. Crusaders to the line. Clock rolling, 3:15 and counting. 4 receivers set. Zubia fires it far side, caught at the 25-yard line, down the far sideline, across the 30. That's Carbonet again. Carbonet takes it to the 32-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Yeah, nice simple play. Once again, a little quick route to the outside, have 1 receiver block. We talked about it most of the night. It's almost like a running play. It's something safe. Quarterback can get the ball really quick, fire it out. It's a safe throw, and it also allows your offensive line to keep those guys out and gives you plenty of time to throw the ball.
2nd and 4 coming up. Again, the shotgun. Purvey Jr.'s in the backfield to the left shoulder. Tight end package as well. Twin receivers near side. Handed off. Purvey Jr. off tackle right. Has some room across the 35. Runs it out of bounds after picking. Whoa, man. They're going to say he stepped out at the 36-yard line. It is good enough for the first down. Boy, I thought he had several more yards than that as we watched the replay on the big board. Pretty good spot, actually. My eyes were betraying me. Good call down on the field. But it is good for the first down.
Yeah, the young man's running really hard in that backfield. It's a nice change of pace. I like that.
Yeah, he's looked good. In relief of Reese. 4 receivers set now for Zubia in the gun. Purvey still in the backfield to the right shoulder. Zubia takes the snap, looking to throw. He'll step into the pocket. He's going to run. Cuts it near side. Flags fly from behind as Zubia takes it across the 40-yard line. He was tripped up by Serrato, but a flag down at the 28. We're pointing in the Crusader direction. This official asks the coaches if they want to accept or decline the penalties, even if it's an obvious answer.
Yeah, you still want to give your coaches the opportunity. Some coaches will decline that just because they want to take the down to give you 1 less down. Of course, if you take it, it ends up giving your team an extra down that you have to try to defend. So with a passing team like this, you want to try to limit as many opportunities as they have.
Strake's going to take a timeout. We'll take it too. 2:52 left to play in the first half. Manville in front of Strake Jesuit 35-14 as you watch on Texan Live. Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com. 2:52 to play in our opening half. 35-14, Manville in front by 21 points. As this high-powered offense has looked the part so far tonight. Whoever wins this one gets the Katy Tigers a week from tonight.
Yeah, Manville has been advertised. They've thrown the ball successfully over across the field most of the night tonight. But either one of these teams, whoever comes out victorious, there's a big red nation waiting for them. Katy Tigers, they're as advertised just as well.
Zubia in a 1st down and 20. Move the tight end motion from left to right. Zubia takes the snap, looking to throw. Here comes some pressure. Zubia flushed out of the pocket right and just throws this one away. Got hit from behind inside his own 15-yard line as he was releasing that one. D'Angelo Gallegos, Hassan Glasgow, both on the rush as they were able to get to Zubia, but Zubia released it before he got sacked.
It's outstanding pass rush once again from Manville, but very heady play from your quarterback. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks will try to force something like that, but he understood to get outside the tackle box, toss it to the sideline, live to fight another day. I mean, it sets up a nice situation once again to give them an opportunity.
Sounds funny to say this, but 2:46 left to play in the second quarter. You wonder if you work on the clock a little, but you're down by 21 points. They'll hand it off to Reese. Reese runs right across the 25-yard line to the 30 to the 27. Joseph Baldwin on the stop.
That's a great point that you made. I mean, if you're Strake Jesuit, you do want to work on that clock. You do want to give your defense an opportunity. They've been on the field a lot. I mean, there's quick scores going on from Manville, but you want to try to give them a rest. At least they can go over and try to regroup and have coach talk to them and try to figure out what they can do to kind of mitigate some of the stuff that Manville's doing.
A yard on the gain, now 3rd down and 19, and now they will take some time. Play clock is under 8 seconds. They're at the line, down to 5. Pistol formation for Zubia down to 2, and they snap it with 1. Handed off to the fullback, Eichelberger, and he lost the football, picked up by the Mavericks, running down the far sideline. It's Hudson, and Hudson will tuck into the end zone and score. That was Derek Tucker who picked up the loose football, and he takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Derek Tucker recovered the fumble and takes it into the end zone, and it's now 41-14. Manville's in front.
I say if you're Strake Jesuit, you're trying to do the right thing as far as run the clock a little bit, give your guys a little bit more time to rest, but that was an outstanding defense coming through, making a big-time hit, stripping that ball away. Next thing you know, Manville picks it up, takes it untouched to the end zone. Touchdown, Manville 41-14, awaiting the extra kick. Wow.
It's Sefa again for what will be his 6th PAT attempt tonight. He's made all 5 so far to this point. High snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's off the upright, falls forward, no good. The extra point is no good. And with a minute 52, it's Manville leading Strake Jesuit 41-14. We'll take a break as you watch Houston High School playoff football on Texan Live.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie.
And we're proud to announce that TexanDrive.com is a presenting sponsor of the Humble Rodeo.
And we have the entertainment lineup.
On February 5th, the barbecue will kick off with Shane Barnhill.
And on Saturday night, February 6th, John Slaughter, David Joel, and Abigail Taylor.
And the rodeo kicks off on Friday night, February 12th with Randy Rogers.
Closing out Saturday, February 13th is Cody Johnson. And don't forget, you can get your tickets at the dealerships Texan GMC Buick or Texan Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram.
And we're located at 59 in Will Clayton. Or you can go to TexanDrive.com.
We treat you better.
Bert Brocker with a Thanksgiving hat on in that last spot. 41-14, Manville in front of Strake Jesuit. Minute 52 left to play in the second quarter alongside Derek Jones. I'm Jeremy Branham. And you were bringing up a good point there, Derek, during the timeout. That body language. You're down by 27 points. It seems insurmountable. It's daunting and maybe a little bit impossible. But you never want to see that body language get poor.
Yeah, you never want to put your head down or, you have stuff going against you a little bit, but you never want to have your body language say, oh, man, I'm defeated. I don't feel like I have a chance, because you always have a chance. Even with the score like it is, there's still an opportunity. You just never know.
Line drive kick. It's caught by Umont. Umont to the goal line, across the 5, across the 10, falls forward to the 13-yard line. That's it. Minute 46 left. You're in the second quarter. It's a 41-14 game. Normally in this spot, if you're Manville and you say Strake Jesuit runs the ball, you stop them, you get a stop, you call the timeout because you want to get the football back, you want to go score. 41-14, do you still do that?
If I'm Manville, yes.
Yeah, I think you have to, right?
Yes, you never let off the gas pedal, because you just never know. Like I had said about Strake Jesuit. If you're Manville, you want to try to stop the clock as much as you can. Try to put another one up if